Welcome in to the show, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful day. It is Wednesday, April 27th, 2022, and this is Get the Health Out. And we're going to stress today that you guys stop waiting and start your health journey now. We have amazing teacher, health coach extraordinaire here, Candy Nielsen. How are we doing today, Mrs. Nielsen?
Oh, it's a fabulous day. Every day is a great day to get healthy,
Amen to
Sun
that.
shines out. Let's do it.
I got to the gym, I think the earliest I've ever gone to a gym today, and it's really changed my whole outlook on the day. So I was pumped to have our live today. And what we're going to be focusing on today is starting your health journey and what that would look like. So Candy will kind of go through a few things, and we're going to actually show you what is it just called a health form?
It's a health assessment.
That's
Just
right.
do it's the first step.
Okay. So the health assessment is the first step. I have links for that, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, so you can take it in whenever you're ready in the privacy of your own home, and just so you can kind of see what it's like. And there's also a number that you can text if you want to get any questions. So Candy, maybe just kind of explain the overall, mission of this health assessment, and then we'll kind of walk through it together.
Absolutely. We are approaching May, so it's springtime. And how many, I don't know, but I know there's some people out here that are thinking, I started something in January. Where are you at with that? Do you need a little push? But it's that time of year we're going to start thinking, especially if you live in Michigan, right? And the sun is actually out today, you're going to start thinking about getting healthy. And let's face it, we don't wake up motivated every day, right? And so the purpose of we're going to talk today, how do you get to the point of a health plan? And you start with a health assessment. When you're not motivated every day, you need to focus back on the discipline that you committed to. So that's kind of what this health plan is going to walk us through, is what are the discipline actions that it really takes to get started. And as we've kind of noticed, clients don't have to do this for a long time. It is something that you meet with a health coach, you go through an assessment that we're about ready to walk through, and you figure out what it is, where you want to go. And you do that with the guidance of a health coach. So the health assessment it'll tap you into thinking about all pieces of health.
All right, well, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this is just a simple jot form. Let me blow this up a little bit. And so you'll see here, just kind of basic stuff. Who referred you to the program? How do you want to get your contact, text, call, or email? And then I'll let you kind of start here with the Awaken.
Yeah.
And kind of just go over, any instruction or any further clarification if you want.
For sure. So Awaken is really where it starts, right? When we cover all the basics, who you are and where you live and what you do. But Awaken is where you discover where you are and where you really want to go. And so that piece of Awaken is where you're really going to start to build a relationship with the person, the health coach that's going to guide you there. So we're going to ask you to start thinking about where you are in your health. So the basics. Most people, when they hear about health plan, they think about weight, but they don't think about sleep or stress or energy. So it's really going to ask you to take a deep dive into all points of health. And then it's going to ask you to do a little bit of dreaming. Okay. It's going to ask you to describe, where do you want to be in your health? And so that's where you're going to tap in with that health coach. They're going to talk to you about your goals, and then they're going to ask you to dream a little bit bigger. Right? Don't be afraid, because maybe past failures or past fears have stepped in the way, and they're going to push you beyond that. So when you start to do that, we're going to start to talk about why you're interested in getting healthy. It really is about the why. What is the main motivation, and what do your relationships look like? What do your activities look like? How do you currently feel? I really feel like the why is the biggest thing of everything that drives us. So when you start talking about your getting healthy, really that's where it's at, awakening yourself to really why are you doing this? Because I'll get a lot of answers like, I want to get healthy because I physically just want to feel better. Why? Why do you physically want to feel better? Is it because you want to walk your daughter down the aisle? Is it because you want to play with your grandchildren? What is it that drives you to look at health a little bit differently? And then here's the really big thing. When was the last time you remember feeling this good? I get a lot of answers like, gosh, I don't know, 25 years, never. But maybe that's a big deal, right? Like really dig in and find out when was the last time you felt like that. And then we start talking about what was going on in life at that time. Because, life doesn't stay the same, and it doesn't mean that you can't circle back to better health.
And I'll be honest with you, mine was where I want to be. I said I want to have a six pack for the first time in my life. So that's my why.
One of my favorite answers just brought a smile to my face. It actually happened this last week. I had a gal say to me, she said, "You know what? I just want to look hot in a bikini," and I was like, "Thank you for being honest, right?"
Get it, girl.
So,
all right. Let's see here. Medical.
yeah.
Basic stuff. Anything you want to add right here?
Well, you know what? I do want to add that because after you start to awaken yourself to the potential that this could exist for you, sometimes then you immediately flip to all the reasons why it couldn't be available to you.
Right.
And this is the medical side of things. Some people have things going on that they don't know about. And then there's the really big life things, thyroid, blood pressure, diabetes, you name it, high cholesterol. And they start thinking, gosh, I'm not sure I could get healthy. And so this is where you're going to pair yourself with someone who's talked to people and help them through these challenges, of course, in partnership with their physician. But just because there might be something medically pre-existing, it doesn't take you off the table. It just means you're going to talk to your health coach about the fit that works for you.
Perfect. And again, we kind of stress this every week, but this is one of the reasons why I love this program, Candy, is because it's not a one size fits all thing. So, we've had in that one show, we talked about, a woman that was around 19, another one that was like in her late 30s, and another one in her 60s. And they all kind of had different, medical conditions. So age, sex, race, weight, medical conditions. There's a program that will work for you. So be sure of that. And that's why I like the whole individualized program. As long as it's not an IEP and I don't have to do paperwork, I'm good.
No paperwork here. Let's talk about the big one. As I dabble in my social media, nearly every day I'm posting about coffee, right? It's just coffee is a part of who I am. And we like to laugh about the fact that it's because I don't get enough sleep, maybe. Well, that's not really true. When you get into better health, you'll find those unintended gifts like sleep. So a lot of clients that I talk to, we're talking about like, how many hours of sleep do you get? And when do you typically go to bed? When do you wake up? What is the quality of the sleep? Because I can tell you that usually within the first 2 weeks of starting a health program, no matter which one it is, your sleep is significantly going to improve the quality of your sleep. You're going to wake up feeling rested. And gosh, that's pretty priceless.
Yeah, I was going to say that in alone of itself is a big health issue that a lot of people struggle with. They'll get on, medications and it might have side effects. And I am proud kind of to say is I have cut out almost all caffeine from anything I drink after I did some more research. I might do coffee like once a month, like a special thing or something like that. Absolutely. All right. Hydration.
Hey, this is the big one, right? Hydration. Our bodies need water. It doesn't matter if you're on a health plan or you're not, right? And so talking about what hydration can do for you, changes your skin, gets things really good for getting things moving in your body. But it's another macro habit of health where you talk about what are you drinking each day, because sometimes when you talk about health, people think it's what you're eating physically, but it plays a lot with hydration. I don't know if there's any people out here, but do you know that you should drink half your body weight in ounces of water? And there is such a thing as overhydrating. So these are some things that a health coach would talk to you about as you move through looking at a health plan.
Thank you for all the viewers out there. Alan, good to see you, brother. Christina, hello from Greenville, Michigan. Glad you could jump on. All right, motion. And you know, again, I think this is one of the biggest sellers to this program is exercise is not necessarily required. I mean, obviously getting movement is a good thing, but it's not something that you have to do necessarily.
Okay, yes. This is where I like to spend a lot of time and kind of cut out the myths. So you hit the nail right on the head, Mike. You know, people think that I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out really, really hard, and it doesn't matter what I eat. Well, motion is good. There's healthy motion, but one of the things I love to talk to clients about is based on the program that you're looking at. I mean, we have a program for healthy motion. You know, I have clients that still want to run those big miles. They still want to go to the gym. They want to do 45, 50-minute hard workouts. That's okay. There's a program for that. But, more often than not, they think that, oh my goodness, this health coach is going to tell me that I'm going to have to eat less and I'm going to have to work out more. And that's just not true. When you start to understand the science of what you're doing to your body, you understand that getting into a really good fat burn, sometimes motion, what you might, I think people use the slang term exercise, can kind of derail you for a little bit. So there are many programs that don't require any exercise at all. Now, can you do healthy motion? Can you still walk your dog? Can you, when the weather gets nice, go for a bike ride? Yes, but no one's going to sign you up for a 5K here. In fact, I have 2 clients, friends of mine that have done this program, and they've done it from a wheelchair,
Wow.
So honestly, when we say that there is no exercise required, there isn't. And they've had significant weight loss and have maintained it. So it's a totally doable thing. And you don't have to sign yourself up for a 5K.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I hate running. All right. This is a big one in this day and age. And I think it's probably one of the most underreported, under-examined is the stress and anxiety, especially from like cell phones and the way like the news is working with, whatever supposedly happened in the last 2 years. So, what is there to know? What should we know about stress when it comes to this program?
Well, honestly, there's a lot of triggers for stress, right? That's a significant worry. And I like to ask clients, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at in your stress level? And then dig in. What is it that you feel is causing you stress? Because a lot of times what they're willing to talk about really isn't the root of the problem. But mindset really is a big deal. And when you start to feel better about yourself, when you change what fuels your body, you'll be amazed at what stress levels can go down. I think there's a lot of people out here maybe that need to know stress can actually do a lot of things to your body. It definitely plays into sleep habits. It plays into your mindset about things. It plays into the relationship that you have with yourself and then everybody around you. So it really is a starting point to start talking about what do you enjoy in life and where are the stressors, because we like to talk about what surrounds us and sometimes we can remove what stresses us. We just didn't realize we had the power to do it. Stress can it's a real thing.
Oh, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have as much as I used to, but different forms, and it comes and goes, different things, but
a change in surroundings, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
So
and then what about eating habits?
Let's talk about eating habits. So this is where we really distinguish that what we're talking about with my health program is a health program. It's not a diet. Okay. We kind of equate the word diet to I'm going to starve myself, right? I'm not going to eat. I'm going to punish myself and I'm going to lose all the things that I love. Not true. So, what we're really going to establish is how often do you fuel your body? How many times a day do you eat? And how big are your portions? What is it that you're eating? What are you snacking on? It's not necessarily that most clients that I talk to have all bad habits. There's some really good things there. So I think it's really honorable to just validate what people do well with their eating habits and then talk to them how it could look differently without feeling like punishment.
Right.
And a lot of times I'll hear, but I go out to eat a lot. Gosh, you want to know what? I have 4 kids. I work on a busy farm with my husband, although he does most of the work. But I work a full-time job too. We eat out a lot. And I can tell you that going into May will be 2 years of our Marked Health, and we ate out a lot while on this program. So it isn't, again, you don't have to punish yourself. You don't have to remove yourself from going out to eat. Just going to talk about what it is that you're eating.
I'm always amazed at how many people I know who, eat a very good diet, work out, and they're still struggling with their weight and their health and their stress and anxiety. It's just, and I think that's, we keep hearing from everyone we have on our show is that I tried everything.
Yes.
I tried 20 different things, nothing worked. And so that's why, it's just excited to see so many people have success with this program because I know everybody wants it, but it's something that very few people can find, a program that actually works for them.
I love that you said that because what I'm hoping that our listeners hear today is that this is so attainable. This isn't just for a few people. This is for everyone. So I think it helps if you can just work your way through it. So that kind of leads us to this next, the big one, right? Weight. Everybody thinks we're going to talk about weight when we're on a health program. Well, if that's part of your goal, yes, we are. But I have a lot of clients that don't have a weight goal. They're focusing more on the stress side or just making better habits or better surroundings. But definitely if there is a weight goal, we're going to talk about it. It is definitely not the only measurement of success, but if it's your goal, we're going to get you there. And I think the good thing to know is that when I'm talking to a lot of clients, they're shooting too low. For me, I just wanted to lose 10 pounds. I just wanted to lose 10 pounds. And when I got to that 10-pound mark, before the end of 30 days, I thought, okay, so maybe I don't just want to lose 10 pounds.
Right.
Maybe I want to get to that 21-pound mark. So weight is definitely going to be a conversation. And I love, I can't even remember. There's so many people that I've helped, but this says it all.
Rob. I'm pretty sure. But I posted.
Is this Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I posted this on my Facebook this week, and people were blown away. I mean, from looks like a guy who's just struggling at life. Probably really just even difficult to move around, to being on the cover of GQ. I mean, talk about a transformation here.
Yeah.
So we'll have some more people on to talk about their journey. But it's always good just to show visuals and like you were saying, like a lot of times people don't dream big enough because of their mindset. They can't imagine losing 50, 100 pounds until you see somebody else do it and you realize, listen, you just need to follow these steps and, results will come.
Absolutely. And so here's, that's a perfect segue, talking about Rob's story, but surroundings. And Mike, you kind of touched on this a little bit. When you can change your surroundings, you said, maybe you feel a little less stressed than maybe you had been in the past. It's all about just making that choice. So when you work with a health coach, they're going to ask you to really dig in and think about, what do you surround yourself with? What do you listen to? What do you look at every day? How many times a day do you look at it? Who do you have conversations with? What does that conversation sound like? You know, I don't, you can't tell here, but we don't have a TV at our house. So that was definitely when we started this health plan. I made a decision that I wasn't going to surround myself with what media thought I should be. I wasn't going to surround myself with definitely, because I started this, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks before COVID hit. Um, and I thought, I can't surround myself with that. So I just wiped it out. I mean, I worked with my health coach and decided, it was an actual conversation where he had mentioned, some people get rid of their TV. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, the kids in my household weren't really thrilled, but I can tell you, 2 years in, how many more conversations do you think we have with our four teenage and young adult children still in the home? Man,
Right.
it's a powerful conversation. So just changing your surroundings, talking about that. It's going to ask, we're going to talk about, what are the healthy, active relationship or friendships that you have in your life right now? Do you have supportive family? If you don't, how do you work with that? I mean, you're not alone. And, this is the big one for me, the big one. Most of my health plan was one at the grocery store. How much junk food did I really have in my house? And I love this answer every time a client fills this out, because for me, it was, Oreos. And I just know that I can't have those around or in my sites. And if they were going to be here, they were definitely not going to be located inside the dwelling. They were going to be very difficult for me to get to. So just troubleshooting some of those surroundings. And then here's the big deal, when you think about getting healthy and you go through all of these uh, macro habits of health, here's what will happen. You will inspire someone else because of the action that you made. And man, it's really great to get healthy, but the power of knowing, I changed my husband's health. I've changed my mom's health. I've changed both of my aunt's health. I mean, I could just go on. When you figure out that your decision to get healthy helped others, that's the real win. And that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I love that. And we had Tara on last week, and I think,
Yeah.
her husband did it. She basically said
Her
almost
mom,
the
her
whole
dad, her
family.
sisters. Yeah. We could have brought the whole family on.
And so that's, why I love this, how this program works, is that it really is contagious, because people see that it's simple to follow and that people are seeing real success with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And now is if I haven't said it, now is a great time to consider, taking that leap. Right now, the company that I work with, they are amazing. And there is an amazing promotion out there for $90 off. That's huge. I mean, that's a huge promotion. And their goal is to get the world healthy. So now's the time.
Yeah. And so you guys, if you want to just fill out the health form that we have on the videos below, or if you would rather just text some questions and
Yeah.
get some more information, that's all down below as well. Last thing we're going to look at today is agenda element 11. So what do we need to know about this, and how can it help us in our health journey, Candy?
So, I wanted this blurb up here because at the end of this, here's what I want you to think about. What's your mindset right now? What are you eating? What skill set do you have to be successful? Just because your mindset's not there doesn't mean you can't grow it. And you have some skill sets, and there's some others that you can gain by partnering up. But when you get your mindset ready and you work with somebody to help you grow that, which in turns grows your skill set, there's the action. You just start creating an action of healthy habits that lead to transformation. So it's just a plug. I wanted people to think about, evaluate, if you're listening to this, what is your mindset right now? How can I help you grow it? What is your skill set, and how can we make that grow with it? And there's some actions that we can do. And the first action you can do is just take the chance on filling out the health assessment or reaching out to Mike and I, because we can get you there.
I have a question. When you say create a new 4-part shopping list, what do you mean by that? What is?
Okay, so that's going to help. The 4-part shopping list is actually a part of the healthy habits transformation system where you're going to work with a coach and they're going to talk to you about winning at the grocery store. What is it that you're going to purchase that will help you keep healthy habits? Because once you start changing the actions, it becomes natural.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that is a lot. What we wanted to focus on today is just walking through the health form and really encourage you guys. Everyone that we talk to, everyone we bring on says, "Why did I wait so long? I
Yes.
wasted decades of my life, not being healthy. I wish I would have started sooner." Very few people say, "Man, I'm glad I waited a year or 5 years to get healthy." So take action today, guys. The JOT form is down below, or the health assessment if you want to fill that out on your own. Or if you just want to text us, you can do that as well. Last words for this show, Candy.
My last words for for this show is stay tuned every week. Don't give up on thinking about your health. Maybe you're not ready to make the decision today, but I know that you're ready to think about moving in the right direction. So I just want to encourage people to really think about what they heard today and know that it isn't out of reach for them.
Well, awesome. Well, I don't think we will be here next week because I will be on vacation.
Okay.
But I will be starting my journey when I get back from that vacation. So
Yes.
hopefully we'll see the 6-pack shortly here before June.
That's right. That's right. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some before and afters of Mike here.
We will. We will. All right. Well, thank you everyone for checking out the show today. All the information you need is down below wherever you're watching this video. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, every Wednesday at 4:30 for Get the Health Out. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll just keep praying that the weather gets better here in Michigan. All right. See you guys.